Okay, you ready? Let's go, nerds.
The first is page 5, Chovin.
Fine. Someone please help me out.
Come on up, Jeffrey.
You're Jeffrey Chovin.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chauvin, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're also charged with resisting arrest. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, please.
On March 5th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a trespasser call at a Whataburger in Harris County, Texas. Complaining witness, an employee, stated that she told the defendant who was in their dumpster in the parking lot to leave, and the defendant refused. Staff tried to tell the defendant to leave again at 1 a.m. and defendant stated that he would leave in an hour. At 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., defendant was still refusing to leave after being asked to do so multiple times. At 5 a.m., the trash company came. Defendant refused to come out, so they could not pick up the trash. The officer observed defendant in the dumpster and asked him multiple times to come out and that he had been trespassed from the location, but defendant continued to refuse for about 30 minutes. The officer asked the defendant if he would be willing to go to the jail diversion center, and defendant said yes. The officer handcuffed the defendant so he could eat food. Officers provided him. The officer went to reapply handcuffs, but the defendant resisted passively by not following officer commands to lean forward. The defendant verbally stated, "No, I'm going to keep my hands here." After several attempts and the defendant not following verbal commands, the officers removed the defendant from the vehicle and put him on the ground so he would not hit his head. While officers attempted to handcuff the defendant actively resisted by pulling his arms away from officers. The officers still took defendant to the jail diversion center, but upon arrival, the defendant said he did not want to be there and just wanted to be released, so he was rejected. While en route, the defendant had taken his seatbelt off, put his handcuffs in front of his body. The officers told the defendant he would have to be handcuffed behind his back, and the defendant agreed. Officers told the defendant to lean forward, and the defendant stated, "No, you're going to have to shoot me," and actively resisted by pushing his body onto the officers in an attempt to escape from the patrol vehicle. The defendant stated he would stop resisting once officers loosened up control, and when officers did, he would go back to actively resisting by attempting to get out. The officer was eventually able to secure the defendant. The defendant broke the officer's nail on the right hand, and officer sustained minor bruises to his finger and forearm.
I'm charged with the assault on a peace officer, Mr. Chauvin. I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Do not go back to this Whataburger.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do not go back to this Whataburger. Do not pick up any new cases and show up to court. When you show up to court, good things happen. If you take off again, it's not going to go well. We've already given you, this is your second PR bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I was not told I had court the first time. I was home. I was sleeping in the dumpster.
Okay, well,
when
look,
I
I don't want
woke
you to
up-
say anything now because I don't want you to hurt yourself. Let me give you a lawyer. You'll be able to talk to the lawyer how to resolve this case. Just, we're going to give you a future court date, most probably. If you miss it again, I'm going to issue a warrant. You're not going to get a third PR bond. Do you understand?
I have to remain in Houston until this.
Well, let me get you a lawyer. We can talk and try to see how we go forward. For now, let me just have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box, and then we're going to get you a lawyer here momentarily. Okay? Please. Do you mind filing not to go back to that water?
Judge, next is page 12 and 13. Gutierrez, come on up. Okay, go ahead and sign.
Good morning, Judge.
Hi, Ray, is this, I was actually going to chat you just now. Is this your arraignment?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Okay.
All right, go ahead and see the deputy.
Are you Alfredo Gutierrez?
Sir.
Mr. Gutierrez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. As you can see, your lawyer is here with you, not in person, but on Zoom, so that you're not here alone. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay. Please.
Right, just have one moment. Sorry, it's Google so small.
Okay, no problem. Oh, I see. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On that case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Okay.
March 25th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer responded to a single vehicle accident and made contact with the defendant, who stated that he was just being stupid and spun out and hit a pole. The law enforcement officer observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes and a mild odor of alcoholic beverages emitting from his person. The defendant admitted drinking one beer. Standardized blood sobriety tests were conducted, and the law enforcement officer observed 6 out of 6 on the HGN test, 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand, and 3 out of 8 on walk and turn. The defendant consented to a breath specimen and blew .078 and .074. Law enforcement officers also found a loaded handgun in the center console of the vehicle.
Okay. Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
You've run his NCIC?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
Driver's license?
Still.
Your Honor,
Sorry.
Mr. Gutierrez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name, then you may continue to drive. If you don't have either, then you're not allowed to drive, and that is also a condition of your bond.
Correct.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Davila, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games or you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't pick up any new cases. I'll have you go to Victoria Center reset. You'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Judge, how's June 3rd or the 5th?
You hear that, Ray?
June 5th, please.
Okay.
Okay, man. Have fun.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, Judge, next is page 26. Sanders. Come on up.
Judge, the case where the no contact, do not return to the Whataburger, is it just that Whataburger or?
Yeah, just that.
Just that Whataburger?
Right. Like on a theft case, all.
Yes,
This one, he only has a problem with this one here, so just this particular one.
yes, sure. Thank you.
Sign for your leave, please.
You are Mr. Scott Sanders.
So,
Mr. Sanders, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On March 25th, 2025, officers initiated a subject stop at a Walgreens on East Mount Houston Road, Harris County, Texas. Officers observed the defendant sitting outside the entry holding a brown cardboard sign, panhandling. Officers approached the defendant. Defendant stated, "Okay, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. They told me to leave, I'm leaving. Don't take me to jail." Officers asked consent to pat down for the defendant. The defendant consented to the pat down. The officers observed a green leafy substance in a plastic bag located on the defendant's person. The defendant stated he forgot the marijuana was there, but that it was only kush. Officers observed an additional plastic bag containing a green leafy substance. The officers observed the marijuana to weigh 0.045 ounces. The complaining witness was identified by their Texas driver's license and advised that the defendant has shoplifted multiple times and has been trespassed. Complaining witness informed the officers that complaining witness asked the defendant to leave prior to the officer's arrival. Complaining witness advised officers that the defendant initially left the property. Complaining witness was unaware of the defendant's return to the store until the officers contacted him outside the store. Officers note defendant's theft case was against that Walgreens and was dismissed. Officer notes that the defendant has been criminally trespassed from the same Walgreens. Officers also noted that they did observe a meth or crack pipe on the defendant's person. The complainant was able to identify the defendant based on the previous mugshot.
Mr. Sanders, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case.
Yes,
Let me provide you a lawyer today so that you can talk to someone about this case. All right. For now, do not go back to this Walgreens.
Well,
Let's not talk about this case because you have the right to remain silent. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case.
they want to say something about seeking treatment.
Okay, let me get you a lawyer first and then we can talk about it and we'll try to help you as much as we can, okay? Vic, do you mind?
Please, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna have you sign a receipt of Victoria and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box, sir, okay?
Right this way. Go ahead and sign for your step, please. Next judge is page 32, Williams. Come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Williams. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 25th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to Montrose Boulevard for a call for service related to driving while intoxicated. The officers observed the defendant's motor vehicle upon arrival. The officers observed the defendant's vehicle to have major front end damage, multiple airbags reported, and to be leaking fluid. The officer met with the witness who called 911. The witness stated he observed the defendant's vehicle to have struck a light pole. The witness stated that he did not see the actual crash, but saw the defendant back up and start driving away from the crash scene. The witness observed the defendant drive several hundred feet before stopping due to the motor vehicle being disabled. The witness stated that they observed, the officer made contact with the defendant and the officer observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverages emanating from the defendant's person. The officer also observed the defendant had bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. The officer observed the defendant had trouble maintaining balance as well. The defendant consented to standardized field sobriety test. The officer observed 6 out of 6 clues on the HGN test, 7 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and 4 out of 4 on the one leg stand. Defendant consented to a breath sample and which the test readings came back at 0.185 and 0.168.
Any prior WIs? And then does he have a license?
No prior DWIs, Your Honor, and I'm running that license.
Please. Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail.
His license is eligible, Your Honor.
As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name, then you may continue to drive. But if I find that you're using, it's not going to go well and I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, sir? Okay, we will give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You will then get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. After that, we'll get you out here to hire a lawyer. All right? Please.
That's good. All right, Judge, next is page 33, Wood, come on up. Then sign for your receipt, please.
Good morning, Ms. Woods. Ma'am, you are charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On March 26, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a disturbance call. Officer met with the complaining witness who stated that he and the defendant were in a sexual relationship. Complaining witness stated that he and the defendant got into an argument over the Wi-Fi password. The defendant punched the complaining witness in the face, head, causing pain. The defendant also ripped the complaining witness's shirt, scratching him in the process, also causing pain. Officer observed the defendant to have visible injuries to his face and back.
Do we know whether he wants to have contact?
No, it's not.
He does not
He
want
does
to.
not.
Okay. Ms. Woods, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. A protective order has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. I am warning you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate this, we will revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand me? You have the ability to hire a lawyer. We can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look and see whether you qualify. Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I need to know everything about you, where you work, what kind of money you make, money in the bank, car, what kind of car you drive. And then I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I'll have you sign a receipt. Victoria will give you the application, then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Thanks, Mitch.
This way. We're gonna sign for this up there right now. Judge, was that state's bond conviction?
Yeah. Do you mind filing no contact, no weapons?
That's it for now, Judge. I'm waiting on two attorneys for two.
Okay. Do you have an arraignment?
No, Judge.
No?
I have a
Okay.
case.
Got it.
I plead for you.
Are you going over there? You want to go over there?
Yes, I'll.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
I'm going.
Council for a reset?
They'll dismiss the call. Sure. I'll get a call if it wants.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. You want to put it in?
Yeah, for.
Hopefully a few years.
We learned today.
Hey, fair game. You did pretty good. Hey, go be. Hey, we have you iron blue here.
Gutierrez? Just come right here. For the first one, it's check your back. And then
And then another law violation is because when you find there's a license agreement. So you'll see them very much. What is our testing? Is November 14th. Okay, so starting tomorrow, Monday to Friday, you're gonna start receiving text messages from a system called Plea. They're telling you which days either you need to drug test or where's your country. It says yes, you're gonna report, especially in that hours.
Yeah, we didn't drink.
Yeah, you don't have it. Getting county goes by, you know, you forget. That's where the plea line or having general questions for the condition, you contact all services at the highway. Contacted them.
It's not like.
It's right from, so. Second board, that's something I would get in contact with your.
You already got some plan with your
You are okay, like you have problems while you're traveling in the United States.
Were you go county law?
If you're visa or American go here, but if you are, I can ask Alfredo says that you're going to be tested by statistics, customs. So they have a pretty much all the United States, quest diagnostics, and it's, I was telling you that there's a bunch of law and they're certified. Yeah, so we would have to get but I would need to put so something we would like to do. Call them when you're not in town. The only thing with that, that I toggle is, if you do get called in for that, please call for trial services first so that we can kind of get in contact with us and give them anything that they may need in order to allow it to select to test there. I have that in, and I'll have you someone that you your person's in the box.
Okay. You got the full.
Right. No, I'll do it. We'll find that. I'll come and talk with them. Sorry, which part?
Yeah, I'll just. We don't.
All right, I have you sign 3 times for the first one. Second one, you go ahead. Last one.
Well, you know how to do, you know how to escalate. Never heard of them, question. Oh, no.
Right here, your next court date, June 5th. And since you have an attorney, you have to appear that day, we're trying to round the clock. You can come if you'd like to, but you're not required to. So make sure that you contact with them, they'll let you know that it's meeting present in court. Right here's documentation, have the judge listing information here, and then pre-judge, not straightforward. Okay, but that is everything, you are all good to go. Good day.
You too.
I just, do test on the case. But it's where you're not conditioned. That's it.
Sorry. Just a second.
It's 92,000. Salis.
Let's see.
No, I don't have no sound. Court hearings.
Your voter and date coming up. Some sort of attention PCI. On time serving and lunch, it's, I don't. I guess it is. I guess it is actually. It's off the top of the thing. Oh, actually, I would think the brush would from thing. Yeah, that's one.
Williams,
If you want to sit back, you should. Give us an email. Next week. Back next week. What we can give us the
thanks, Ron, just go right there for me. I'm gonna go over three different documents with you today. You're gonna sign 3 different times. At the end of your sign, you're gonna get them. The first one is gonna be the bond conditions of the judge for the court, so that's the appearance court, it's 5. No law violations, no drugs to alcohol. Don't drive unless you have valid liability insurance and a license in your name. And then random drug testing, which I'll go over. For the drug testing, this is a good reminder to receive the text messages that starting tomorrow, Monday through Friday, which week, you're gonna receive text messages from a system called Plea for Help. It's gonna tell you each day, either yes, you need a drug test, or no, you do not need a drug test. It says yes, you're gonna report to this right to address here, in these hours, that same day. It's different by individual. If you have any questions over this, make sure you're not sending the messages, or just have any questions or further conditions in general. We contact pretrial services with the highlighted and so about here. So you're okay. With those messages, all I ask is respond to them that yes, received daily, even if you're not going to take us, we get it about you. And I'll count them compliance. I have you sign the first 3, and then I'll go over your next court date and get you out of here. All right, go ahead and sign for the first one. Go ahead, do a second.
Same thing.
Yes.
That's okay.
And then right here, I have your next court date, May 5th, and then you have your next one. Okay, so if you need to go here, let's try to attorney by that time. Just gonna be a copy of your submissions, and then pretrial services information and drug testimony. And then that's everything. You're all good to go. You have a good age. You can go.
Thank you so much. What you did?
What kind of things? Because it's. Yes, sir. Yeah. Wait. Oh, you got me the next one. Yeah, you got me. Oh, Lord.
I'm getting it. I'm working on catching up. No worries. Sorry, this is one. Yeah, I like that. I appreciate you coming on.
If they come through. But I don't have that one yet. What other names do you have?
So that's pretty tomorrow. So I'll hear it, I'll see it, and I'll see it's about it. And I'll send that in attachment later. I'll hear like one more time, I'll take it back. We'll try to get this. It's like, yes, sir, thank you. Sorry.
Oh.
He's. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm so.
Gotcha.
Also.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Okay.
Best go with you. Oh, I'll figure it out.
Okay. I was gonna say, I also need that. Oh, so.
No, that's good.
Okay.
So, that's.
Okay, just so we didn't have his own emails, but if it's something different.
Yes, sir. No, that's okay. All right, so just usually the best go on that one.
Yes, and I don't.
All right.
Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they're uphold. But.
I'd be small.
Do you want the same day? Wait,
And y'all. That's just an impression.
Okay. What's the work?
I'm not gonna be complaining.
What's it on the, do you want the same day?
Yeah, I'm like.
All right, and you did all.
We get your scan review.
It just bring the escalator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Please. There are also, disability.
I understand.
We are
Yes,
just,
sir.
we started at Living life 6 minutes. That's what people
You submitted last time.
No, I literally did it 5 minutes possible. Yeah, I just.
This is. Good. Sure. All right. That's an off later to this.
Yes.
You said it?
Right from my best. Yes.
She's. And I see her.
What do you mean 35? You're only 27. Right there.
That makes sense. I like how you did.
Got a chance to do it. Yeah. That chance. Got a chance.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah.
And I see the 10th was meeting this morning.
Yes, I tried it, but I.
You can put it on. Well, she not actually. Well, you know, there was a favorite.
I sure. In the meantime,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and just, she's alleged.
Yeah, right, what we wanted.
Oh, that's the best to do so.
Yes,
Well, then.
I mean, just FYI, I mean.
Yeah.
But so like, what? She lives on the camera.
You got the best way.
Get picked up, they bring her here, she brought her. And then.
Hey, how are you?
You said they took them down.
Okay. But I have to.
No, I know.
I asked you.
No, thank you. Actually, I think everyone's vacation is really nice. So the other coordinator that had to leave for a movement.
People go around.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, yeah, just, it's more like, can you?
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go. Yes, right. I know, that's the idea.
Maybe I get burned up once a day anyway.
Did you need me to read this? Same.
I guess.
I know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And also, oh, God, yeah. He says, all three, don't take any chance. You know, some of that old stuff. I would
She's too funny with value.
Yeah.
That's kind of like. I think it's.
No, it's not.
I mean, she read me a text on her bar, 100% fine. She was actually stabbed. Yeah, and the other kid, so, I mean, I think this is. It could be. That's what it's like. It's Berlin. 2 5 4 3 7 7. He's been in jail. I mean, my soul. Not like it's that's just. Usually.
So, yes, the just.
Well, see, otherwise I
I didn't
so
give.
that's gonna be like.
You probably think there's some hate to go.
Sense. Oh, yeah, yeah, she said, that's what I'm saying.
I know on other things he's got a ton of
She's.
but I didn't go about this.
Yeah. See that.
Okay.
Yes, I know that. Yeah, the ABI is the way for the. So.
What's this?
That's what yeah.
Just to make sure this is the right thing.
Okay, so.
It shouldn't, and honestly, I just think, said.
This is really, I think.
Yeah, Fleischer.
Yeah, it's just, that's a weird day. I mean, there's a lot of, yeah, conduct, and acts, like, it's all coming out. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, to try it and. Well, we said it one more time. Maybe the judge doesn't. Yeah. We have to, just right up front. I guess it's. Yeah. So, well, I think we can reset. Yeah, see how we don't go. Yeah. And then I'll try to get some. Oh, see, that's good. Always, yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, you're great. Thank you. I'm John. Okay, John Hart. No. John Dennis. I didn't do that. Good. Nice job. Yeah, I saw Jason. And air keeps coming on and I'm just figuring out. So air keeps coming on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so,
This was 2:30.
okay, because, okay, that, but he's maxed out.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't have enough credit to do that as it's before.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
So Kelson. Yeah, I went to, I went sophomore year. That's fun. And then I went to charter school.
oh, that's nice.
I'll go bring. Yeah, get it in while you can, get it in while.
Are you still talking?
Yeah, I'm still.
You got it, you got it. I'll be there. Yeah. No, that's. I already did those. That's why I lose on your. You did
There's a crash. Yeah, I think there's a crash. Okay. Sounds like it's a good candidate. That's just. Yeah, back with the first question. Okay. Okay. So.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Additional ones on there too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, decided.
You turn it on. Where is that? I'm gonna check that out. See, it's gonna seem, I mean, you can, I mean, okay, I don't see the harm. Okay. Just like. Yeah. Yeah, it's really.
They just they're gonna escalate.
That time, answer, I mean, that's probably. Thanks, Alfredo. That's it. Plus mine. I would like some. I think. Someone is prepared trying to get. Yeah. Hey, she was. Really don't like a couple pieces more like that. A lot, but whatever reason it's one to make 30. Okay. Yeah. I don't know where he did. I was my.
No, Corey's calling. CLO. Can I get your right? you going?
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, I thought I called you something else. Thought I called you. Name's Hugh. I'm going, but I know it's gonna be tough. Yeah.
You love to do an assessment.
What do you make?
So.
That'll be a good one.
It's been in custody and so.
It is.
It is now.
I was just gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna Hey, how you doing? Good to see you too. Not too bad. Yourself?
That's good. Oh, man, hanging. What are the chances that you make you this week? 10%?
It's about our time to make it to a national championship. I would love it.
Big room for them.
Phelps Sampson's the best thing to happen to the game.
It's a good coach.
That's been weird. So.
A week coming around, with a team and direct order.
I guess, yeah, when that seems to actually. Right. What was that, 80s? That was a pushing.
That was a good team. You mostly won it all.
Yeah. Last number demolition.
That was a good team.
Yeah.
Just like you got on that. All those guys going to program.
For sure.
Oh,
Right.
all the beat team like that.
Yeah.
You got both players on the one team.
Right.
But you can't.
Yeah. Look at the Fab Five.
Never won.
Never won.
Never won. I put it well in there. Yeah, never won.
I think basketball is the hardest one because too much can happen.
You get too much.
And you have to
When I won all the things, it's over.
Right. Injuries.
Injuries, that's right. They changed up on you. You can coach the basketball.
He's having a bottom line.
Coach the basketball easy.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. We need beat that team. All the time, all the time.
Who's that? She. You never know, so most of the other team can just get hot. Yeah, everyone does.
Just get higher, yeah, I'll just get higher. That's so right. Yeah.
It is.
Anything is for you.
It's her being custody.
Baseball, you have a serious.
Yeah.
You know, you get it right. So,
That
so I want to do it. Okay, I can do it.
No, I got it.
How do you guys feel?
Yes, well, in a minute.
Yes, they're both busy. Oh, you see, is that, do you sleep me? Thanks, I'm three patients, right? Yeah.
That's and he's giving me so I'm gonna turn off the link and get off the computer.
You can tell which one's
Yeah, or do you want the house?
I'll just make it that.
Is that?
What are you doing? How you doing?
I mean, that's the list of the houses in there already. Right?
That's good.
You might have a little.
Yes.
My first one is Gregory Garcia waiting for the 911, just need a reason. But it's getting old, so
I mean, just like this.
you can't get rid of it, you get dismissed.
To me? Sure. Count before reset? And then I'll let her know. Oh, did.
Hey, you. Good to see you. It's not right there. Yeah. Say something?
Okay, what's the new felony?
I gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good to see you. Negative results. I would need everything for now.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it's for. Yeah, 42. Good kids.
It's still.
Pretty more than that.
Situation was he had in Apple County, like he was arrested in Apple County and.
It's just not reporting.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to change court, he was not a part. So that's probably what I did, he was probably in studies and he got picked up, you know, and it's all about there, and
What?
stuff from city.
Yeah, street probably the same. You had everything with the side of it.
Right.
So I think that's the coordinators on 6-4. So as long as he has bond paperwork with him, or he knows it should be good. What happens to his concert is how to contact whatever the county needs out bond paperwork from their sheriff's department and confirm that their license is or let us know that bond.
Yeah, she's ready for dismissal. We submitted the PTO.
Telephone game. Process, as long as you have bond paperwork, they won't. So he gets picked up, yes, he won't get picked up, he already got bond. During meeting.
You're No,
And he was there like a bell phone. That's what the story, you just have to get
And
it.
last one is Abram Salis, blood spending.
But
What do you do without that?
Yeah.
just showed up and then we just didn't take him in, that's another scary. But you said he bonded out or?
Yeah, he was online when
Yeah, sounds good, thanks for your call, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So, you got a point, yeah.
Somebody waiting for you. I want to know what's going on. My first is Gregory.
It was a securement and pure eight, to say, sorry. Yeah. Number 2 high.
I'll take a look. Do you know? Sorry, you know.
This court,
Gregory Garcia.
I think you meant, this one, this one.
One time, when you try to hold.
Looks like the investigator trying to go through team and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that'll be the last one.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing. We can get out of it. I really don't.
Who else?
Marvel Carson is the next.
He couldn't do it either.
Wow.
That's an arraignment, so we gotta restrict judge.
He doesn't do it.
Without going to Walmart. So like a truck stop? He definitely had gone up the worst and it was an actual. Yeah. Yes. Found out over there. It was called
I said it's gonna enter his age and it's gonna tell the number too high.
Like, hey, y'all, want to get sent over to Harris County so we can get that.
Or 11, I don't know someone online. Isn't there someone online?
Yeah, this is the worst part. It's like that more attorneys will come back. The show. Sheriff's.
So for your benefit, like, you know, me, yeah, for those conditions. I already gave Okay, I'll do it.
He's actually. So, actually,
Yeah, it was gonna be. Decision making more structured, more sense driving more 6 hours of community years. And they really don't offer that's why that.
That's my last class. Yeah.
It's not, because absolutely.
Is that still a thing? That's still.
It was a Hail Mary last night. I know. I noticed you just random to ask you about someone looked like you made your sound.
Yeah.
I got the same. So I was like, I need to have some. I love you. Sometimes, yeah, not too much,
Yeah, that's very exciting. Mr. Shelton. Always good. Deputy Chauvin. I have this one, but you have
I don't like when you put on your
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Don't want to hear it.
so much more likely.
Good. You keep me going. Those things really press.
You know, yeah. I'd like to. It's just hard to coordinate something. My best friend, like my best friend, she has an $95 Florida. And then my other friends, one of them is bartender, so she's the host of the site. And then the other friend, her schedule's all the same. Yeah, and then I have a friend who works for the, he's the
No use.
her PR and stuff, and like, you know, like, her stuff with the babies. So it's like coordinating a time. It's like the whole thing. I'm thinking maybe like a month, because, yeah, so something good for, and you like waited a lot of time. But it's really just, and that's the right time I have learned to take time to read stuff. Because the world is a service, so it's like, you'll work. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting tense.
And now it's just on working, so good. That's really a lot.
Yeah, I started at this right now, 60 classes, so I worked there out college. And then I was trying to restaurant industry law, so.
I hope we're working on it.
It's horrible.
When I was at Arraignment, I worked at a restaurant down at cafeteria. All I work.
It is law. Because when you're done searching, you're not done with it.
No.
I get all those PDF entry right now. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
There's steps for it.
But that made me strong, that made me strong.
I had to speak on all those PDFs at the end of the day. Yeah. It's definitely not gonna be.
No, it was all fun.
Actually, we're 12 right now.
Already?
And now, it's gotta stand up.
It's business.
So many.
And it's
So many students. You know,
Oh, really?
it's already a lot of people.
Yeah, I've got reps in here.
You know,
Yeah, no,
And I never got holidays off.
Dirty too.
Yeah. I never got holidays off. There's like Christmas Eve or New Year's
Oh, no,
Eve.
no.
Yes.
Mexico, you know, that's the only.
And then sign off to this.
Our house used to open their work, you know,
I'll go and start there.
and they expect you to be at work.
Oh, yeah, that's a restaurant.
Yeah.
So you
You
call
got a serious.
Yeah. A hurricane that was destroying the city was just that.
You gotta eat.
Like when I was.
Yes. I know exactly.
Great to see you.
You're right, I can't, I've been partying, it won't go through.
Right, so. What makes it?
No.
Oh, I said, I said 10, I was like, here's one. Yeah. What's your oldest and then? Yeah. How you stand there? He's kind of yeah. You don't have to worry too much.
You gotta do that.
I'm glad you had your birthday. Okay. How is
Because I told them not to worry about it, I mean.
Is there another?
90%.
Why don't you just keep it? I'm right for it. We're talking about. Hopefully.
All right, take care. All right, Mr. York.
Okay. I'm gonna put a required appearance on. All right,
I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna get 5 minutes. I'm gonna get it finished. Right.
Welcome to the fray.
Hi, Mr. Dixon, how are you?
Yes.
Yes, right. Good to look at.
yeah. Now before we set
It's hard to communicate.
Now,
is
We did it.
no,
Arraignments. Still true. Feels like.
I find this nice.
Yeah.
This is 2021, like it's been.
Judge, you have 2 arraignments. Given line distance.
Okay, ready?
All right, yes, Judge. The first arraignment is on page 25. Salis, come on up.
Up here.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, what's going on with you?
How much are you?
Right around.
Yeah, I want to go back to bed. Good morning, Mr. Salis. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You're also charged with evading arrest or detention. On that, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On or about March 26, 2025, an officer was on patrol on Gulf Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed a motor vehicle disabled in the left hand with grass speeding, dividing southbound and northbound lanes of traffic. The motor vehicle had multiple airbags deployed and all 4 tires appeared to be damaged. On arrival, the officer observed additional motor vehicle disabled on the open access roadway. of what was formerly a car dealership. The officer observed the witness walking towards the officer, trying to get the officer's attention. The witness said that 5 minutes prior to the officer's arrival, the defendant approached the witness after the witness tires were blown out. The witness informed the officer that the defendant demanded to use the witness's phone. The witness advised the officer that the defendant wanted to contact the defendant's mother to pick up the defendant from the scene. The witness told the officer that the defendant continued to approach aggressively and that the witness told the defendant the witness would call the police if the defendant did not stop. The witness said the defendant fled the scene on foot. The witness described the defendant's clothing, and the officer observed the individual matching the description running and approaching the scene of the incident. As the defendant approached the scene of the accident, the defendant began walking in a parking lot adjacent to the freeway. The officer gave loud verbal commands for the defendant to stop. The defendant fled on foot on the grass along a ditch. The defendant slid down a ditch and the defendant crossed Water Creek, then climbed the fence attached to a private residence, and fled on foot for approximately 0.4 miles before he was later detained by a Houston Police Department and turned over to deputies. The scene was moved to a Shell station to continue the investigation. The officers contacted the defendant. The officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant, and the officers observed the defendant have red glossy eyes, slurred speech, dry mouth, repeating phrases, and agitated demeanor.
You say a shaky demeanor?
Sorry, agitated demeanor, Your Honor. And the defendant denied drinking alcohol and initially denied drug use, and then stated that he had been off for a couple of days and had consumed paste or coke. The officer, through training experience, knows this to be represented cocaine. The defendant admitted that he was going to a girl's house when the incident occurred and agreed to perform the standardized field sobriety tests. Those were administered and the officer observed success exclusions on the HGN. The officer did not administer the walking tour of the one-leg stand due to the defendant injuring his feet while fleeing. The defendant consented to a breast sample, which was not completed due to interference being detected. The officer obtained a search warrant for the defendant's blood, and there was a blood draw for the defendant.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I comment?
Please.
I might have missed something, but besides the state saying that my client said he was going to someone's house, I didn't hear any operation facts.
I mean, he admits driving. He's by the car when the officers get there, right? Is he by the car when the officers get there, or where is he?
What I have, Your Honor, he has fled the scene when the officers get there, and then comes back to the scene.
Okay.
To the officers. The witness.
Does the witness put him operating at all?
Yeah, just one moment, Your Honor.
Take your time.
Yeah, all I heard is going somewhere. It doesn't say he was driving anywhere.
Times you see, maybe why they might refollow, but might have been the wrong corner. Sometimes they fading is getting going.
I'm not sure, Your Honor, there was anything additional. This is kind of like in this mirror.
Hey, look at it.
See you again, Your Honor.
Yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you. Do you have anything else?
Your Honor, it does look like the witness stated that he stopped and exited his vehicle and observed the driver of the RAV4. That's what I have, but
So it doesn't match up with my point.
Tires were blown out. Martinez stated once he stopped and exited the vehicle, he observed the driver of the RAV4, identified as Abraham Elias Salis, using driver's license, come out from the grass near the RAV4 and aggressively approach him, requesting to use his cell phone. Stated that he was trying to use his cell phone to call his mother to come pick him up, and that Salis said that RAV4 belonged to his mother. Martinez stated after a short time that Salis asked Martinez if he had papers referring to immigration.
Judge, even with these facts, it doesn't show driving. Even if he owned the car, we have no idea when. There's no facts to say that he was driving the car, that he admitted to driving the car. I don't see operations.
So Salis stated that he was driving the RAV4 because he was going to a female's house and continued to speak. Salis then stated that he ended up in the grass because he was scared. Then stated that he was a Mexican driver that swerved in front of him. And
He said a Mexican driver swerved in front of him. Is that what he said?
told him no tango papeles, or I don't have papers. Salis said the other driver was in a gray Toyota, telling him to go away. Stated that the RAV4 and the alleged Toyota came into contact, causing a collision. Salis stated that he was coming from his house in Friendswood, but denied having anything to drink.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they.
He was operating the vehicle at the time of the accident.
And you have the other person say something, right?
They
That's
say
all.
that it was, they identified him as the driver.
They just never say they saw him driving or operating the vehicle.
So I believe that they believe, based on the circumstances, that it was a driver. I don't know if the witness actually saw him driving. What we have to prove the driving facts is that Reeves fired to believe prior to his arrest. He admits that he was driving the vehicle at the time of the accident, and the vehicle was found at the scene of an accident. He was found nearby. Was observed coming out of the grass nearby. We can find him with driver.
Although it's an admission, Judge, there needs to be an admission plus. I don't see that being enough for the plus.
Mr. Salis, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause in your case. Every freaking day in our county, someone dies from an alcohol-related collision. Don't become a statistic because of a boneheaded move that you make where you kill someone. Do you understand? Now, I'm going to find no probable cause. It's very possible they go indict this case at a later time if they get more evidence, but don't kill anyone. Do you understand?
Yes, John.
See,
Thank you, Your Honor. Are there any conditions you're imposing on the evading case?
no, I'm going to find no on both.
On both. Thank you, Judge.
That would be able to revisit that evading, Your Honor. Would you be able to revisit PC on the evading? My argument is just that it is the scene of an accident, maybe whether or not a DWI was proven whatnot, there's still an lawful investigation where he was fleeing police under instructions to stop while an ongoing investigation was the process. I do believe probable cause would exist for the evading.
We're still going on this one?
Say it again.
So I would say that that probable cause for the evading would be valid because it was the scene of an accident. We did have admission to, operating the vehicle, and that it was his vehicle. We have proof that it was the vehicle that he was driving. Whether it was a DWI investigation or FSGI in progress, defendant fleeing while an ongoing investigation at the scene of an accident while he was subject to questioning would constitute as a valid evading.
My question, though, is was this information obtained by the officer after the evading or potential evading or beforehand? If this was all obtained beforehand, I understand the argument, but it doesn't seem specific whether they got that information
Get it
after.
after the fact. Yeah.
After the fact, too late.
I'll stick with it.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You said you have another arraignment?
Yes, Judge, Carolyn's here for page 20.
You have one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Me.
Always like to take this.
This is the one from yesterday.
Right. Okay. Got it. If you were charged with theft, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Has probable cause has already been found on this, right?
Yes, Your Honor. So it's already been found, but this case is really old. She didn't come to court. So this is she got rearrested for the same charge.
Okay, where's this from? If you don't mind.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I did just
Needs,
Eves?
need, N,
Yeah, thank you.
N-I-E.
Your Honor, the offense date was October 11th, 2023.
Where from though? With that.
Oh, where? I apologize.
Walmart.
It was Walmart, Your Honor.
Okay, can you look to see if discovery is complete?
Yes, Your Honor. It does look to be complete, although we'd have to talk about the videos. Yes.
Well, just to get this case, because they already had a prior PTI offer, which you're supposed to do an anti-theft course. They just reinstated the offers. They said that they'll still take the offer.
They said that they're gonna keep the offer?
I spoke to them this morning.
Okay.
So she's gonna complete this class this week, and I'm gonna send it to them for dismissal.
Okay, this case is 1,269 days old. I'm now putting a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. You have 2 weeks to get this class done. If you don't, I'm going to set your case for trial. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You get no more resets after that.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So Felicia, if she can get today, please. All right, you ready? Hi.
Approaching on Mr. Pereira, P-E-R.
Barrera
Yes,
with a B.
he is in Paul. So he has signed the PTI contract. We're just asking for a little bit more time so we can get the analog and pay the $300 fee.
Why are all these cases now at 200+ days old? I don't understand why it takes so long to get everything done.
I think
literally
it's been
every
taking some
case.
time to get the contract.
So do you have it now?
He signed the contract. He just needs to get the interlock and pay the $300 fee. So I'm asking for like 2 weeks to get it done.
It doesn't have it 2 weeks. I'm setting it for trial.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Judge.
Hi, Counsel. Come on. in. Yes, sir.
Thank you. The client is Tyrese Mosley, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mosley is charged with assault. The case is now, according to the clerk, over 100 days ago.
Correct.
We're waiting on a video, Your Honor.
We've been waiting for videos for, since December. You still don't have the videos?
It came, but it wasn't in the proper form, and so they had.
No. But at some point, I gotta say when. So
We have videos here. I'm just not. The defense counsel is saying that are you unable to access the videos?
You don't have it. It's not there. Yeah, there's a companion case, felony, and we were there this morning, and they don't have it.
Hey, both of y'all.
So the main parking lot video, it's shows the incident.
did you not get it from felony?
They don't have it, Your Honor. They
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it for a 10-day discovery hearing. If all evidence is not turned over by that point,
Yes,
you know, we gotta, that's why all these cases are now at 200 to 250 days old, because just how is it that the officers can't get it turned over? So subpoena the officer to come to court in 10 days, unless the videos are completely and everything turned over. So we'll set it 10 days from today. If all evidence is not here, then that's it.
So understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Ready? Yes, sir.
Coach, on Ms. Loyola, this is the young lady that a few days ago you took into custody because she picked up a new case while she was out on our bond.
Right,
She
okay.
had the felony case. The felony's reset. She's here for her, arraignment on the new bond. But I think you had already modified her bond conditions 2 days ago. So,
Come up, Ms. Loyola.
supervision or.
We do need to talk about some driving issues though, Judge. So we'll.
She doesn't have a license. That's the issue. If I remember correctly, right?
I think. You do have a license, don't you?
I was working on getting it fixed. It was, not an edit.
If you don't have a license and liability insurance in your name, don't drive. It's as easy as that. If you get your license, then we can talk. But until that point, I don't care what you have to do. I don't care what baby needs picking up. I don't care. You cannot justify getting into a car and driving unless you have a Texas driver's license and liability insurance in your name.
I was
You-
working on getting it.
Okay, working on it doesn't mean that you get to drive because you're working on it. No driving until you have a license in your possession. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive here forth, it's up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. If you pick up a fourth case, I'm going to lose it. Do you understand? All I'm asking you to do is follow the law. I'm not asking you to do Pythagorean's theorem. Okay, we'll give you a normal setting. Well, actually, no, we won't. The assault's at nearly 200 days now. Is this your case, Sebastian?
Yes, it is.
Discovery complete?
I believe it is, Judge. I'm trusting.
Judge, it's the problem, it's the same transaction out of the felony court, out of the felony case. So I've tried to reach out to her felony attorneys. She tells me that it's bad communication with that particular person. So I'll have to try to really hard to find out because she's hoping
Right
that.
here.
Yes.
Mr. Gold was here. That's the lawyer.
Yeah, I saw him today.
Did you speak to him? And does he know the,
Yeah.
okay, so I guess he knows the situation.
I tell you right now, Judge, I just better. As far as the assault, the only thing is that there's some CPS records. I still don't know if the case is closed, because obviously they don't give it to us until the case is closed. But apart from that,
I mean, does that really come in this case anyways?
it can. I mean, so typically the things that would be in there is typically they do an interview with defendant, they do an interview with kids.
I mean, unless it's relevant, I don't know, but.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, but you are right. I mean, it is a case by case basis.
Can you tell me when that felony is reset to?
Felony is reset to the 21st.
and is there an offer in the felony case?
I believe the note is, I mean, essentially the offer upstairs is that if she takes something on the misdemeanor, then we'll get rid of that.
Okay, so they're set for 4/21. I'll give you the same day after the date's clear trial here.
Gotcha, 421, Judge?
21, right?
Is there any
I would
way
imagine that's probably a global offer for everything.
Can we go 422?
Sure.
Okay.
But then she'd be coming that day and then the next day. She's on bond.
Right, I got you.
It's up to you.
But hopefully I'll talk to her. If
Yes.
we can get the deal together, then I might just bring her back before then to get it done.
Okay,
Again,
but
both we
after
do
that
so.
setting, those clear trial.
I got you.
Got it.
Gotcha.
All right, John D.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh,
Sorry, I have to run to my court at 12, but I,
Good to see you, man.
you too, I'm sorry I haven't been by sooner. I've missed
stop.
the heck out of y'all here, like it's,
Busy.
but,
You don't care about it.
no, I'll be back soon. I'm gonna ask if I can help out and cover down for Blaze for the rest of the week if I can.
Good to see you.
But great to see you too. See you later.
Q.
Yes, hey Judge, how are you doing? I have a plea for Solrio Garcia. Mr. Garcia? And they're dismissing the felony upstairs and he's
Change for
doing,
this?
yes, for the probation with TRAS conditions.
Has a TRAS been done yet?
Yes, and your recommended IOP is.
Solrio Garcia.
No, shh. You have, or you're not you, but your lawyers have worked a killer deal for you today. You speak English, right?
Yes, I do.
Where they're going to dismiss the felony in exchange for your plea on this case. I'm going to tell you now, this is not something that happens very often. So get a clue. Do you understand?
Yes.
The agreement that you have worked out here is you're now charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you have is 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. You need to understand that this charge is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Not only that, whenever you get pulled over, officers, the first thing they do, and the only thing they do when you get pulled over is they look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, if they see that you have a prior felony PCS, you think they're going to treat you good if they smell anything funky? Probably not. So don't give them the ammo to shoot you with a gun. It is a DW, any prior DWI? So the agreement is a DWI education class, one victim impact panel, a TRAS, but you have already done it. So the TRAS here is recommending intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment. This is what you must do. If you fail to complete these conditions, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I will put you in jail and I'm going to bring you right back out in orange, and we're going to talk about whether you violated, and if you did, if you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand? No drugs, alcohol, random testing, and a guardian and a lock.
He has, we're gonna do the portable because he's not driving, doesn't have a license.
Will be signing an affidavit today promising us you're not going to drive. Mr. Garcia, do not drive. If you want to see me grow horns and a tail, I'm telling you, don't drive. If you want to drive, do things the right way, ask for permission, get a license, get insurance, and then I will be dancing happily because you're doing things the right way. But if you go out and you do it on your own and you're not licensed, I'm going to lose it. You understand? All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it to you this agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Judge. Judge, we have a,
Mr. Garcia?
no, no.
Okay, all right. Good luck, sir.
On Mr. Sullivan, I have a case with Mr. Dixon. For Sullivan, there was a PC, I guess, hearing or something that we wanted to read about PC for Mr. Sullivan's case from Monday. I wanna say.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so, yeah, whenever Mr. Dixon comes back in, we can.
Okay, sure, absolutely. Hey, Hunter.
Here on Perkins.
What's new?
Nothing much. So as it relates to this case, Judge, state had said that we need to submit mitigation. I actually preemptively had asked them to send me all the mitigation stuff just in case we needed it.
But I have here that you guys have been working on it for.
My client sent it to the wrong email. So she sent all that stuff to me today.
Do you have everything that you need?
Yes. So
Open the email and looked at it?
yes.
Okay. So you're gonna submit it today?
Yes,
So
I'm gonna
we'll
submit it
give you a
today.
week to see what their reply is. I'll waive it for the next one.
Okay.
If there's no reply by next week, it'll be waived.
Okay.
And then I'll reach out to them. We'll see.
Sounds
If
good.
there is a decision where they say yes, then she's got to be here so we can send it for a TRAS. Yeah,
Thank you.
okay, for sure. I can give you my cell phone, so you can just text me anytime.
Yeah, first and then. Yeah.
I'll go find her.
So, and then that way it'll be much faster. I'll just come, whenever you, yeah. Hi, guys, you ready?
Issue. It's gonna be a collective approach.
Thanks.
So there's at least three, well, they're co-defendants. And so I got two of them. So
How'd you get two?
I guess Mac didn't realize that they're co-defendants. I think there's four in total.
Wow, really?
Four in total, yeah.
Interesting.
I think one,
Fugitive cases?
I actually took the case at intake. I was working the intake desk when this call came in,
Nice,
so.
okay, so
so,
gonna bring them all out or no?
I mean, well, issue number one is, do I need to get off one of them?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. So they're all asking for bonds, so we need to appoint another attorney and then bring them out for the bond issues if you want to bring them out together, but.
I don't know if I want to bring them out all together, but maybe two at a time or something. I don't know.
Well, there's three of them here. Three of them here.
I have one. One is upstairs.
Bring both of your guys' out and we'll talk.
Well, I have two. Which one do I stay on? I don't know.
What's the point?
You want me to go find Morgan? Is that we gotta find Morgan? Morgan was in court 8.
She's next door.
She's in court 8. You want me to run there and come back?
I'll stand out.
Judge, any chance we could do mine alone? I wouldn't want to.
For now? Deputy, you going? You mind bringing someone out?
Can we get Mr. Jaylen Calhoun? Actually, I have to run this separately because I was.
JD, you want to talk to me while we're waiting?
Sir?
You want to talk to me while we're waiting?
Oh, yes, sir. We can. We just have that Sullivan.
You wanted to do a proper pause on, Mr. Sullivan?
To be quite frank with you, I don't even remember what happened. It's an
The
assault.
allegation, let the state.
Yeah, so-
tell you.
I'll just read you the PC summary, I guess. So on March 23rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a disturbance call and met with the complainant witness, stated that the defendant is her husband. The complainant witness stated that she told the defendant that she was going to move back to Arizona that day, and they got into an argument. The defendant then told the complainant witness to hit him in the face. The complainant witness then struck him in the face 3 times.
Right.
The complainant witness then stated 10 minutes later, she went into the bedroom where the defendant then laid down on top of her, grabbing her wrists, causing pain.
Oh, that's 10 minutes
That's
later.
10 minutes later. So grabbing her wrist, causing pain, complainant witness then got one arm loose, grabbed the defendant's genitals, causing him to let go. And then the defendant then struck the complainant witness in the mouth, causing pain. And the officer observed the complainant witness to have bruises on her arms and injuries to her top and bottom lip.
How is it?
I think we are omitting some things that's pertinent to the decision that you're gonna make.
What?
That she asked, she or her daughter told her that you have to make a choice between.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember. And then she makes a choice of him.
And she said, I'm leaving you and I'm going to be with my daughter and grandchild. And then he comes and tell her, if you're really that mad at me, then hit me. And that's when she went to him and hit him twice. Boom, boom.
How is it fair that I find probable cause on him and not on her? Why didn't they charge her?
So I would say one is the fact that he quite literally says to hit her or to hit him.
Can't consent
Well,
to,
but that's, I
consent
mean.
to an offense, Judge. If he
can't
tells me
consent
to
to an
shoot
assault.
me,
Yeah, no. I mean, you can, like
Yeah.
boxers consent to
You can
assault,
consent to
right?
assault. That's.
But I mean, in this,
I think where we are for PC purposes, as far as this offense goes, is that it occurs 10 minutes later. Then we have essentially in a situation where he can't essentially claim self-defense if he's the one being the aggressor first, where he's grabbing her 10 minutes after this kind of initial incident happened. He's grabbing her, then she grabs his genitals, and then he punches her in the face. I think that's where we're at as far as PC goes.
I don't think that's the law, Judge. I don't think you can avoid what had happened earlier just because it was 10 minutes later. I don't think you can take the fact away that she was the one that instigated and was the culprit of the initial assault.
but there's a long cooling down period. You know, if it's like maybe a minute or two after the fact.
I would say.
And then, but nevertheless, though, how's it
still
fair that she's
assaulted.
not charged? I mean, why does she get the benefit of the doubt? Because she's wearing a skirt.
I mean, the code does say you can consent to an assault.
If you consent to, if you tell me to shoot you and I kill you, you don't think the cop's gonna get me for murder?
Well, you can't consent if there's serious bodily injury involved. You can't consent if there's no threat or actual serious.
Come up,
bodily
Mr. Sullivan.
Less than the serious.
I mean, an assault does occur in this case with him and her, but there's also another one that
Right.
occurs, you know, so.
I would argue, Doug, that at this point, with the charge that we have, that's gonna be fact issues that I'm sure we're gonna parse through moving forward, but I think that's.
And I think it'll work to the benefit, you know, so Mr. Sullivan, I'm gonna find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. don't have any contact with this person, please. The only thing I'm gonna ask you to do is don't pick up any new cases, don't have contact, and don't be possessing weapons. I don't know why they didn't charge the other person. I don't understand, and I don't know. But be it as it may, just don't have contact with this person. I think that, it's just could be like a rumbling volcano. And the last thing we want to do is we don't want anything more to erupt. We don't want further charges and just, and I think that, they'll take it into account when you guys are talking about this case, but just stay away. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay?
Well, Judge, with all due respect, I don't think it's too late to not to file charges against that person. I mean, I've seen cases where there are 5 charges.
That's not me. That's up to the DA's office and intake whether they.
Then I think the DA's office should take that in advisement to file charges against the person who was the actual initiator of the contact between these parties. If they do it all the time, I've seen cases where the district attorney filed cases 1 year later, when they know that there's evidence to substantiate the filing of a charge against somebody.
Who knows? Maybe it will. I don't know. Do you mind filing no contact, no weapons? I've given you a lawyer. All you'd have to do is just stay in contact with Mr. Dixon. He'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. I'm going to waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court. Just stay in contact with him and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back. Don't leave until you sign the bond conditions. Once you sign them, you're free to go.
I gotta put some money.
Go. Take your time. Just come back.
Okay, I will.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Take care, sir. Contact number.
Yeah. Found it now.
All right, come on up.
How you doing?
Hey, Judge, good morning. This is Mr. Jaylen Calhoun, Judge.
Let me sign this real quick.
Don't say anything about the case, okay?
All right.
Use the focus of getting to the proper place to handle your business. So that's the focus. It's needed. That's NEED.
I'm good.
Oh, thank you.
Who?
That's right. That's right. I was so confused.
Scott Sanders?
Okay, what is his name?
His name is Jaylen Calhoun.
Morning, Mr. Calhoun.
Good morning. What you doing?
So it seems that you are one of 4 co-defendants that we have on a case arising out of another state.
Yes, sir.
You are wanted out of,
Louisiana, Natchitoches Parish. I butchered the pronunciation, but.
Natchitoches.
Natchitoches.
What is it?
Natchitoches.
That.
Louisiana.
The lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I don't know you. I've never met you before, and I have a very short amount of time to get to know you to see what kind of person you are.
Right.
Paper really tells me who you are. The words coming out of your mouth, I just, right. So tell us about Mr. Calhoun.
Your Honor, he's wanted out of Louisiana for transfer and possession of stolen vehicles, not equivalent to theft of a motor vehicle, and him and 3 other individuals, one whom is charged with UUMV, were found same day where they stole a vehicle. We have a parallel charge with Louisiana where they're charging him for the theft and we have for the UUMV for the driver.
But the thing about it is, I wasn't there.
Don't you really think that you can just start spitting out something? Where do you think you are? Really?
My bad.
You think that this is helping you, Mr. Calhoun?
No, sir.
You're not at home. You're not on the street. Okay. Please.
Your Honor, the same day that they stole the vehicle, which was captured on surveillance off campus, they transversed state lines and came to Texas, and they were found in Harris County with obviously traffic infraction being the probable cause, and found with all 4 occupants of the vehicle. The fact that they transversed state lines, they would be opposed to a bond. There was also, and because I took the charge, I know before the office reports out, is that there was also a firearm found on one of the passengers and that they were trying to conceal. At the time, the officers were getting everybody removed from the vehicle, and obviously 2 of them being under the age of 21. So state would be opposed to a bond for.
So hold on a second.
Yes, Judge.
It's a stolen car
Yes, Judge.
out of Louisiana.
Yes, Judge.
They come to Houston,
Yes,
all four of them.
yes.
How do we know the other ones knew that it was stolen? Do we have any kind of,
Complaint in Louisiana, and they did it in real time. And the complainant stated none of the occupants in the vehicle had permission to take the vehicle.
I know that,
Oh,
but how do we know that they knew that it was stolen? Right? So what if I come pick you up in my car?
Oh,
It's
I
a
see what
stolen
you're saying.
car. You have
So-
no idea it's stolen.
I see.
Like if everything's ripped off in the inside, you got like, there's a screwdriver for the steering wheel, and the steering column's been ripped off. Then there's facts that lead you to believe that it's a stolen car.
So for running the plate because it was reported stolen and the fact that it was, well, at the time of the, I'm sorry?
That's still,
No, again, on surveillance video in Louisiana, that they have it in Louisiana, that these are the original individuals that stole the vehicle. That's how they knew, that's how the officers in Paris and the officers in Louisiana knew that they knew it was stolen because they were the ones who stole it.
they have them, you saying on video?
Yes, that's what
All
I'm
four
trying to,
together is taken?
yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying
well,
to.
that's something.
Can we
different.
see this video? I haven't seen this video. It's
You're
a,
not gonna get to see the video. That's what the
That's in
underlying criminal
Louisiana.
case.
well, you're basing your decision on a video that the prosecution has says he saw, you haven't seen, I haven't seen.
I just want to know how they impute the thievery to him.
Correct.
And he's saying that
they're
there's a
because
video.
of a surveillance video.
And the Louisiana officers were telling the Harris County deputies that they have it on surveillance video. That's how.
Specifically what? Where was my client? Was he the one?
We're not gonna get all that.
Right, but we're talking about that.
Our criminal history?
No, Your Honor. This is based on flight risk. They literally transverse lines the same day they stole a car.
It hasn't been proven that he knew it was stolen.
How many got charged with the UUMV?
The driver, because that was the only.
That's the only one.
Driver, right.
So your position on bond is what?
There's no bond because of the flight risk. They literally fled the same day within 24 hours, really 24 hours within stealing a car. Judge. They literally fled the state.
They keep
Stealing a
saying
car.
they stole the car. He didn't get charged with stealing the car. He's not in the vehicle. He is charged with transfer.
No.
He
He
is
is
being-
charged
he is being
in
charged.
Louisiana.
Oh, well, then that's a,
He is charged, but in Louisiana.
okay, well, he's
Here,
being charged with
just didn't
that.
charge
Just
with
because
the-
he's charged with it doesn't mean you're gonna convict him. I see like very good arguments as to why he shouldn't be convicted. Secondly, if we're talking about flight risk, he was a passenger. He hasn't had the opportunity. Where was he going? Did he know he was fleeing the jurisdiction? He doesn't know that it's stolen. Like you said, is the steering column broken? Okay, at that point, perfect. He should have known. There's nothing to say that that's what happened in this case. We're assuming the worst. Let's assume the best. He's presumed innocent. Let's not assume that he knew he was committing a crime. Let's presume he was innocent. So in that case, let's give him a bond. Let's allow him to go and fight this case. He can't fight it here. He's fighting an allegation that we don't have, the surveillance video that we haven't seen. Let him go fight the case over there.
21, sir.
I still stand on no bond.
I mean, I'm
Regarding the flight risk, and so.
Well, you got to understand, in life, there are consequences to action, right? When you hang out with dogs, you get fleas. I can set you a bond, but you need to understand from the time that you're released, we give you 2 weeks from the date of that release to go turn yourself in to that parish in Louisiana. If you fail to do that, I will revoke the bond that I'm going to set here. I'll set it at 0. I will not give you another one. You can't run forever. At some point, we'll get you. And then that time, when we do get you, I will physically hold you until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
So if I go down there, I'm at the bond down there 2 months.
That's correct.
Right.
Signed the waiver yesterday, Judge. I signed
Right.
the waiver
The
yesterday.
thing is that I will probably set a bond around $5,000. You'll probably have to make all of it because you are a flight risk. You're wanted out of another state. If you waived yesterday, we have buses coming in and out of Louisiana about 2 times a week. So if you keep the waiver, you'll probably be back Wednesday. At the latest, Monday, you'll be back in Louisiana Monday-ish. Where if you want to bond out, you can, but you're gonna have to make it on your own to Louisiana. And then you'll have to bond out. Or no, you're gonna have to turn yourself in over there. You can't bond out. Is there no bond set?
I believe it's no, I'll double check.
You'll have to turn yourself in there. So if you want me to set a bond, you have to withdraw your waiver and you're gonna lose the credit that you've built up toward them. Because if Louisiana doesn't come get you here within 14 days, we release you regardless. And then you don't pay anything. You're gonna get released. So I'll let you talk with Ricardo and make the decision what you want to do.
Yes, sir. What amount would you be thinking, Judge?
5,000.
5,000? Judge, he is 21 years old.
Yes, sir.
He would be seeking the support of his parents. It would be a bond that he's got to post 100% on. Would you consider going to 2,500? No? Okay, fair enough. I'll talk to my
Lucky to
client.
even get a bond, Mr. Calhoun, really. And I don't even know if I'm going to do the other ones as well, you know? I mean, I don't know.
I'll
So
talk to my client, Judge. Thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate it.
you are Mr. Vasquez Lechado.
Yes.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated, facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 21 days in jail with credit for the 7 days that you have done. You're pleading guilty to this offense and it is now going on your record. You need to understand that from now on, facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. If you ever get pulled over from now on, officers will look at your record, they'll see a prior DWI. If they smell alcohol or dope on you, it's probably not going to go well. So from now on, I would never, even if you have a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car and drive. It's probably not going to go well for you. You're giving up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it goes on your record. It'll be there forever. Is this what you want to do? How do you
Yes.
plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty?
I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, send you to it. I'm now going to suspend your ability to get a driver's license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. And good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I may
We're done.
mention, well, I did want to mention something else, Your Honor. This was a case that I was appointed to maybe like 2 days ago. I did speak to Mr. Vasquez to let him know that not all the evidence is in and that he does have the right to that. He has been in custody since January. He got transferred to ICE, which he says he no longer.
So
wants to wait for the evidence.
you need to understand that not all the evidence is in this case. By getting all the evidence, it's very possible that she may have a chance to fight your case and beat it. Once you plead guilty, there's no turning around. You cannot come back and return this like you don't like it from Target. Do you understand? Do you want more time to fight the case or do you want to continue with this plea?
I'm fine like this.
Okay. All right, I'll make a documentation that
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
it's against your.
Yes, Your Honor.
They should be.
Hi,
Good morning, Judge. I have 3 documents in your view that I need signatures on.
I'll do it right now.
Okay. The first one is Hernandez.
So the first one is. So much stuff I need to sign. You said Cox?
Hernandez. Should be a dismissal.
Okay, done.
Okay, the next one is Justice. Is the last name?
Dismissal?
No, it's a breath discovery order. It's just the standard. Okay. And then the last one is Nesbit. And it's a blood discovery order, and it's the standard. Okay,
Done it all.
thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes. Come on.
Judge, I'm back. I have Mr. Butler on the docket. He's in custody.
Okay. Tell me about Mr. Butler.
Mr. Butler actually has a pending felony case, which he did make bond on. He just hasn't been able to make bond on this one, which I think it's at 1,000. He is requesting a PR bond.
I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion, say?
Your Honor, there's pretty significant criminal history, albeit most of it has been dismissed. It is recent. There's a revoked probation for robbery. The history here,
it's not
would
good.
be opposed to the government.
And Your Honor, I have contact information. I have a phone number, email to keep in contact with him so that we can go ahead and keep working the case.
I need to talk to him. If you can ask him to bring him out. Jill, ready? Hi.
April Martinez on docket.
Okay.
We need a little more time. Her approval for PTI got caught up because there was, I think in the beginning of the case, there was some miscommunication about her hitting a house, which did not happen. So we had to clarify that with Ashley, with these guys.
It's 255 days. How much time do you want?
I just, Ashley emailed me a couple days ago. I just emailed her back confirming that she did not hit a house and her insurance did pay for the car that she hit. Other than everything else is done.
Did she want proof or something?
I can send that. She didn't ask for it.
Is there anything else that you're waiting on? Are you just waiting on an approval or what?
The approval.
Okay, let's set
It's not her TRAS.
let's set it out a week. If, if there's nothing, I'll waive. If it's, granted or denied, she's got to be here. And then, if there's nothing by next week, I'm going to email. I'll figure out why it's taking so long. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Miss May.
No.
That's fine.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Butler.
Come on, how you doing, sir?
Your lawyer is asking for me to set you a PR bond. But you just picked up another case. Why are you looking at me all confused? You've got a long list of criminal history. You're on bond for a felony unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and now you've picked up a theft. What happened in the theft, if you don't mind?
It is a retail theft, Your Honor.
Silly.
He was observed on surveillance video placing merchandise in a black suitcase he obtained from the business and crossed all points of sale without attempting to pay. It was a Target, Your Honor.
The funny thing is that it would only cost $100 to get you out of jail. You now know you have no one in this life that would pony up $100 to get you out.
Sir.
Why? Why would we do this?
I was getting close. I had to. Okay.
I don't want you to talk about the case, but Mr. Butler, with all your criminal history, Who do you live with?
I live by myself, but somebody is like living there, so I can't even get inside the place while they good. So every time I go through.
I'm not giving you a PR bond so you can just go roam the streets. If he has like
I have an address.
some familial place, like a mop or, uncle, aunt, I'd consider. I'm not letting you out just for you to go roam the streets and up to no more good. No, that's not what we're doing. So if you can figure out something, he's got some family or somewhere where he can go, and I know he's got a bed to stay at, then let's talk. But
Okay.
until that point, no, not to the street. Nothing good happens on the streets. And if I let you out, I'm going to have you come testing all the time because I don't want you using anything. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay, so figure it out and then let's talk, but not to the street.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. Just guys.
Yeah, Judge, so update on Mr. Jaylen Calhoun, the case where I approached for a bond.
Yeah.
He can't make that bond, so he's keeping the waiver. It looks like he waived on 4-1. So that's the update on that one. And then I have Mr. Tyrone Living in custody. He would like to waive formal extradition proceedings. If we bring him out to have him sign.
Sure.
Where'd the friend go?
Can we bring out Tyrone Living? Living. Simple enough.
Do you have the?
Am I approaching?
I haven't, Judge. No, we're waiting for.
I'm ready when you are.
For my guy? Oh, they got
You
it.
can bring him out next.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Living.
How you doing?
Oh my goodness. You were wanted out of the state of Nevada for number 1, robbery with use of a deadly weapon or tear gas ×2. Burglary while in possession of a firearm or a deadly weapon ×2 counts. 3, kidnapping first degree with the use of a deadly weapon or tear gas ×2. Number 4, conspiracy to commit kidnapping first degree ×2 counts. And 5, conspiracy to commit robbery ×2 counts. Are you waiving formal extradition, sir?
Are you waiving the proceedings that we talked about? You want the 14 days? Yes, Judge, he's waived.
Okay, good luck, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Does he need to sign it all?
He does. He needs to sign right there.
Okay.
If you need a pen, you got one?
I got one, Judge.
That was Living.
Living?
You're living, I'm not done with you. You doing Civil War? You want some? Get moving. It's black.
All right. I'm gonna talk to you real fast. Here you go, Judge.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you.
Leonardo.
Appreciate it. What's that call about the dirt bag? Okay, cool. What happened? The other boss. He missed it.
Of fiction, what this is now. Let me check.
I think they did file it yesterday. I see, they're in there. Okay. So Trey will call them up to sign after we do this.
Yeah.
How is,
So I would say, yeah, I need to change.
May 19th?
Just need to sign, all bond conditions recording.
Everything's signed.
Could you-
Nope, they just put another one.
We want to call up some silent.
I'll let you look at it.
Jeffrey Chovin, Chovin?
They'll sign in this. Just.
If you need to reset it, look. No. I want to do some sort of facility. So we got both parties. Yes.
Greg, this gentleman with you.
He is co-defendant with the other one, Your Honor. If I may, I'll wait. So I heard everything y'all said. You want to go first before I start my spiel here?
Which co-defendant?
Oh, yeah. What's the last name?
This is Doty.
Doty?
This is Doty, D-O-T-Y.
Right. So, Mr. Doty, you're wanted out of the state of Louisiana for a particular charge. I think it's like a theft or whatnot of a car. Your lawyer, are you asking for a bond?
Mhm.
Your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I've never met you before. I don't know anything about you. The way I get to know you is how you look on paper, because that really tells me who you are, whether to grant you a bond or not. The good news for you is that if it doesn't happen, we have so many buses coming in and out of Louisiana into Harris County, because we have a lot of Louisiana people here that I'd say might be once, at least once, if not twice a week. There are buses coming in and out of here, shuffling people to and from Louisiana. Mr. Kim.
Your Honor, same as the previous approach is that this is one of 4 occupants of the vehicle of a vehicle that was stolen earlier that day in Louisiana, and they transversed the state lines, being apprehended in Harris County. State would be opposed to a bond due to flight risk of transversing state lines. The same day they stole the vehicle, felony out of Louisiana, where they were captured on surveillance video.
Any criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor, he has no ties here. He lives in Natchitoches County. Okay, Parish, I'm sorry. His address is 500 North Street, apartment, what did that say?
A4.
A4?
H.
H4, Louisiana, zip code 71457. He lives there with his mother, Cynthia. He, 2023, got his GED from a program there called Ben Johnson. He also works at Pilgrim's Pride, which is a chicken plant. And so why are we holding him and paying to pick him up? I would ask for general order bond, and he's going back to Louisiana. He's not staying here. That's where he lives. That's where he resides. And he can go post bond, get his lawyer, and deal with it. If he was charged with this in Harris County, this would be a criminal trespass. He's not the driver. The driver's charged in the 177th for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. So if the appropriate charge in Harris County, if they had even been charged in Harris County, would have been a misdemeanor trespass.
Same arguments, Your Honor.
I'm not going to give him a PR bond. I mean, he's a fugitive wanted from another state.
Well, he's an 18-year-old kid. I would ask if you would go lower than.
You need to understand, Mr. Doty, that actions have serious consequences. You're only 18. Are you 18? How old are you?
18.
You're just now starting your life. And when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. We have enough people in there now that become statistics all they do is they end up running with the wrong crowd, end up with convictions, and essentially ruining their life. Once you become a convicted felon, it becomes extremely difficult to get a job, to get any kind of position of trust. People don't trust convicted felons. You don't get a good job when you're a convicted felon because no one trusts you. They're always going to think in the back of mind, okay, is this guy going to steal from me? Is this guy going to do this to me? Is he going to? You're on the road fast with what's happening now. Your lawyer wants me to give you a very low or free bond, but I can't. You are wanted out of another state. You are an inherent flight risk. And the problem is, any bond I set here now, because of the nature of this case, you're going to have to pony up a majority, if not all, of the bond because you're wanted out of another state. The thing is if you don't have anyone to pony up that money, if you know your mom is a single mother, or she's probably working her butt just to make it survive. You think she has enough money to just pony up money to get you out? This is what you need to think about when you start running with the wrong crowd. Because if you ain't got anyone to pony up money to get you out, you're stuck like Chuck until whatever happens with you. And I'll tell you now, more people plead guilty just to get out than they should. Because no one's going to wait 5 months just to fight a case. I don't know what an appropriate amount is, Greg, but it has to be sufficiently high that he's going to go back, you know?
But he's gonna go back. What is he gonna stay here? He doesn't,
You know, how?
he doesn't have anyone here.
How's he going to get back?
Gets out,
He
calls
takes the
his
Dodge
mom,
Bypass and walk
and
back?
his mom provides transportation.
Have you talked to mom to see if she,
I'm gonna call mom. I was gonna see what the bond was, see if she can get him out.
or call mom? I want to know if she's going to come here and pick him up and then we'll talk.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want to set people up to fail, but if he's got no ride, if he doesn't have anyone, then,
Okay,
you know,
thank you.
let me know, Greg. And hey, Greg, if she does, I'm willing to go a little bit lower.
Okay, I'll try to get a hold of her. Thank you.
Again? Yeah. Get the case dismissed because it's only to do.
Is court 8 okay? Have you heard me?
Oh, they need you over there.
They do?
Yeah, they've got it.
Okay, I'm going. I was just wondering.
And you ever need to check for something like this? Yeah. Is your chief still here? Anything else? I haven't seen. Was it talking to Sebastian? Is that who you're talking to? No, the police. No, police and I.
He's not gonna be here for the rest of the week now.
So who's making the calls? We had people come in, they were doing it temporarily, I forget his name. First off, was that it's Fleischer. There's a case that judge him with questions. Okay. Hey, who's the chief that goes in here? It's an old case, and we need to do something, I want to see if we can resolve it, that's it. What's the? What resolution? He's maxed out, so there's no. You just want to. I want to see if he can get served. No, I want to see if you give the option for dismissal. You want to be possible, yeah, if you offer, the issue is you got 2 other cases. Okay, because he had a previous PTI offer, but they pulled it once he had the other. And he's maxed out, so it's like, it's probably that, but mental health, so you done with the other choice, robbery. And
1 week for a judge and most of
It might be one of those where we just have to push it. You can ask him, we can ask him if you want to. The unique thing is, he's maxed out, he's been in jail for 100 which sounds great for a time, sure. Yeah, but there's no reason not to take that shot then. Alright? That's, no, exactly, yeah, but I mean, unless you're gonna get a probation. Well, even if they violate probation, max out. No, I know it's max out, but it's just, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine, we can go on it, if there's no reason not to go. And except for the fact that you get upstairs.
We're missing evidence. We got, got on surveillance.
Well, that's different.
It's a robbery, bodily injury.
It's a sport thing.
You're right, good. Cynthia? We're done.
Just gonna be attached.
No,
Well, not the last, because it's one of us.
Yes.
I would be to come back.
Oh, it's one.
Yeah, but it's like right out. Start going to
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Amen.
Got it. There you go. I guess it's been a while.
Thank you.
Let's go back to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I think are we gonna get
Not really. And I just released it.
Just release it.
Let's do what it is. Yeah. It's like open present.
That's why.
Oh.
The jerk class function.
You got a little bit of alcohol there, but you got some math.
Alcohol is robbed.
Sounds good.
Well, you're very right on that. No, you can't, but that's what I love.
Yeah.
So I guess you already said both of them were dealing.
Oh.
Okay, so that.
No, it isn't, but. That's the best thing you have to I would love to dismiss every case on. You know what I mean? It's not that easy when somebody comes around with somebody knocks on my door and Nothing. Okay. Go against the C's, yes, sir.
Okay.
Kevin Diaz? Kevin Diaz? Yes. He's not here, he's gone. No. You didn't show up? All right. Come.
The last one.
I just convicted. You got an HEB, the Mesa. Yeah, no, I can't. No offense. They're not. No offense. They can't have it. All right.
So right now, I'm waiting on 3 cases. One is Greg's. So Donie is the one that Greg had. So I'm just saying, the other two are Carl's. I don't know where Carl is. I know, so he has one where we're trying to figure out if they do want to actually extradite him just to say. The other one, yeah, that's it. And then the other one is the last co-defendant, so like that has to be done.
This is that.
But I don't know if he's gonna fight bond or not. He wanted to bond, he's got, so it's all. Yeah, so
That was a very tough.
I don't know when Carl's gonna come, and so I'll obviously. Like well, this is the last one, is up to Donnie, so probably give you here tomorrow. So to me, I don't want to say, I don't know why I want to jump off this. Please, let's pursue the film, exactly. So I will do that.
Y'all still have one over?
We have 3 open. One, we're verifying whether they actually want to extradite or not. One is Carl, there's the last co-defendant that's here today. And then Greg is gonna give more information whether the mom can actually take it to co-defendant or not. I'll be back. Oh, never mind.
I mean, our mall said the less you can do is $100 and I got to see her pick it up.
Alright, well, I'll check it. I guess it's. I don't know what they do.
Just grabbing it as soon as it comes up.
I mean, no, I think he's in court 8. He was talking about court 8 earlier.
Victoria said, the floor was on fire.
He's just gonna leave.
Yeah.
I guess, well,
Absolutely.
chance a little bad. Names, Trevor names.
Yes, and I need to do a little bit of diligence.
Okay, so what are you saying?
The last contact is a very old case.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called?
That's that shit. That's the thing. I feel it's like.
Oh, of course not.
No.
Yes.
To treat that like an arraignment, so.
Yeah, I didn't bring my own.
I'm just gonna take it as your gateway.
No, of course not, of course not.
Yeah, but we need a call, I think,
Yeah, it's a Spanish speaker.
I thought so, so we'll have to work it there, just come back, and then we'll go to the committee.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Folks, friends eternal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, is discovery complete?
So, on Pena, everything in, with the
Um,
glove, with the last.
yes,
Are there
let me
any
double check
offers?
the
I didn't evaluate.
evaluation.
All right, how is May, 14, 15? 15th, late appearance, 18th, about for an offer. All right, got it.
Oh, that one is, everything's in. Just picking up this guy, I'm gonna, she'll have a right on me, I don't think she's got it right. Yeah. But it's probably not the document. Person cut. Banker. It's pretty cooperative. Yeah, I'm gonna struggle. We're sure to pick it back. Huh? Are you waiting? Also, I know she. No. Toy can. Yeah. All that. Yes.
What about it?
Did she ever?
Reset, yeah.
Oh, for.
I'm
dead.
She only got one.
I'm dead.
So let's see.
There, you.
Yeah, she reset it.
Yes, but
you can't.
August 21.
I can, but I can't. So I've had miscommunications as my health where it was fine, but I've also been advised because we're a different totem pole, although I have the authority to do so because I'm not in trial bureau and causes. So I can, because I've cheated before, so if you want me to help, I can help.
I'm just looking for pay restitution and all.
Like formal PTI or informal PTI?
Formal.
It's, I can have a trial.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
I mean, if it's gonna drag it out another month, might as well resolve it now.
It's gonna drag it out. though.
I typically do this, but it's yesterday when I went to the
Y'all talking.
Yes. Asking Lamar. Okay.
He was on docket today.
He's not gonna, always probably. But that's an insurance problem, not a criminal problem. But both of them are uninsured. Well, they would have it in the accident before. That's what.
What?
Okay, well, I need to release all. No, that's a problem. So, self, and self. So that does become a problem. So, what is that, they're guessing it's $500? No.
Assuming it's his deductible.
No, both of them aren't insured, one of the accident workers. Well, it's this first $200 here, it's 500 from.
I think that's just the correspondence.
Oh, perfect. So I'll get everything.
I believe so.
Okay, that's what.
That's because like if you do something willing to get the info and put it in there.
They used to see separately. Well, because some of this stuff will take years. If there's actual feasibility to pay and get it done, I would say do it, because you don't want to hire someone who is sitting around for 2 years.
Hey, Judge, can I approach? Judge, approaching on Andres Lamar Mesa. I was told we need to do an arraignment, so we got an interpreter coming.
Yeah.
Lamar Mesa.
He's here, Judge. He speaks Spanish, so.
Oh, hold on.
But the case is very old, so I'm assuming we're gonna have to talk about it either way.
This election, punishment election?
Yeah, everything I filed yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Is that
filed
a
it.
trial or something?
Well, his case is old. I don't know what you're gonna call it today, so I had to get ready.
John.
Yeah, I mean,
Way to be prepared. That's great. You know, I can't tell you how many cases we see that cases have to go away because people are unprepared. It's disgusting. It's really, a lawyer, a great lawyer is always prepared. That's just it. Hi, Greg.
Hey, approach. That's right. Her mom. His mom, they can make $100 bond. I know it's low, but he's got family member here, his auntie Sean, and then his Renika French, I just got off the phone with. She said they can drive him back.
It's a serious case, right? I think $100 bond is a little bit too low. You know, I'm willing to work, but I mean.
Well, I mean, are we just trying to ensure he gets there? Or are we trying to get money? Like this?
I don't care about.
I know you don't care. I mean,
I just want to make sure that.
I don't think
get him.
I don't think the price is going to make a difference.
But it absolutely does.
Well, he's going to go back either way. So, I mean.
That's not necessarily true. We don't know that 100%. I don't know this dude. I don't know that he's good for his word. If he tells us he's going to go back, he's actually going to go back, you know, but chances are when there's more skin in the game, there are a higher likelihood that they do go back.
What is the lowest bond you would?
I don't know. What's reasonable?
Same with the other, I don't have any additional arguments to make for his.
You know, they don't even want him to have a bond.
That's true. I did ask after he asked for the last.
So I have to see what's reasonable between the fact that the state doesn't even want me to give him a bond to where.
I mean, this is, anyway.
I already said, I told his guy 5,000.
I mean, we're talking about criminal trespass here for the passenger. So, I mean, we're treating these like murders with no bonds.
But he's not charged with criminal trespass in Louisiana.
I get it. I mean, you know, it's Louisiana. I don't know what their Napoleonic Code ridiculous laws are. Maybe they're overcharged there.
Cajun law.
Everything is overcharged and everything is now criminalized. I'm just saying,
I don't know.
Here, this would be a trespass. That's all I'm saying.
No, I mean, I want to be clear, my argument was never, and I found out it was actually, doesn't matter now, but Ricardo's client was the one with the firearm.
Our case is over with.
It's done, it's done. No, I'm not
Even more reason for mine.
I'm not making a safety argument for this person. I want to be clear, mine is only the flight risk on going back, because short of the mom literally kidnapping this person, there's no guarantee that this person's gonna be physically restrained and forced to go back. And that's my point, is he's a kid, he can just, you know, walk away and go off if he wants to. And that's my concern, is the flight risk of it all. They literally transverse state lines after this car.
If I set a bond and the family posts a bond, the hope is that they'll physically get him, go, hey, man, I'm dragging your ass, and we're going back.
That's the family member that that's the family member, Renika French has been.
$100 is not enough to where people don't care about losing $100. People care about losing 2,000, maybe 1,500, because that's more of a hit.
Okay, what about 500 then? If all she can do is 100, I mean, 500's a lot. She said all she can come up is 100. So the family's going to have to scrounge together 500. I mean, if all the mom says she has to afford is 100, then
5,000 to him. I'll do 1,500. Okay.
Okay.
You guy had a gun. I didn't know it at the time, but
I know it now.
Okay, lesson. Ricardo, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Lamar Mesa.
1,500.
Is discovery complete on this case? State.
Your Honor, there was surveillance video that we just looked at. It's not going to see. Body worn camera, dash camera, and surveillance video. I can prove that.
Please get on it. This case is 1,256 days old. If you ever take off on me again, I'm gonna make your bond so high, you're gonna have teeth falling out. Do you understand? As of today, you will get an ankle monitor, so I know where you are at all times. I'm giving you 30 days from today to make a decision on what to do in this case. We will either set you for trial or you must accept the plea bargain from the state in 30 days. And like I said, you ever take off from me again, your bond will reach the clouds. Do you understand? Where is this then from? Is this a co-defendant of the other one? I mean, are they the same day for real? Remember the one we had earlier today? Ms. Okafor.
Greg.
Oh.
Greg.
What was that? Defendant, what was that one? Nieves, was that?
Oh.
This one, this is not a co-defendant. It's separate.
Oh. So where's this one from? Is this Target? Is this?
This is from JC Penney.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any J.C. Penney for any reason. Do not pick up a new case. And I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Lamar Mesa, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. If I find that you're a danger to my community, I only have one place for you. Okay.
All right, 30
Okay,
days?
30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Don't worry about filing it because I'm having it monitored, so we can do it with Fleischer. All right.
Good morning, afternoon. I'm here on Santillan, Joseph Santillan, Santillan.
Okay.
And I'm just asking for a very short reset to review discovery. My client hasn't made it in my office to review it, so I'm doing that with him
Is
now.
this person here now?
He's here now, and we are in the process of doing that.
Give you a week.
Okay, I can do that.
Week.
That works out.
Drop.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, Judge. I'm here on Enrique Ramirez. Client told me that he has a VAWA case pending.
Is a what?
VAWA case pending in immigration process.
Okay.
So we have an offer. I asked, are you ready to plea or not? He's kind of like iffy about it because he doesn't know how that's gonna affect.
We need to.
I know. Can we get a short reset just so he can get an appointment with his immigration attorney and see if, I mean, we don't have a lot of options besides plea or trial at this point.
And I'm going to tell you now, I'm a time served on a second. Yeah, just so you know.
I
Okay.
told him because at probation, ICE might pick him up in one of his check-ins and time serve is ideal for him in his situation, but you know, I think that we can just get cases dismissed left and
Yeah,
right.
we don't. So, okay, I'll give you a week.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell him just check in with the immigration attorney by next week, and if not, I mean,
So-
trial, I mean, that's pretty much it. Señor Ramirez? He's a Spanish speaker, Judge.
So do I.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Tu caso ya tiene 200 días. Es tiempo para tomar una oferta o poner tu caso en jurado con juicio. Tú tienes una semana para hablar con un abogado de inmigración. Yo no te doy más tiempo después de una semana. ¿Me entiendes? Si no lo tienes hecho, no me importa. Vamos a ir adelante. ¿Entiendes? Ok, una semana.
Okay, all right. Ahorita lo vamos. Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
I don't know where she's gonna post her, 'cause I and she's been discharged. Okay, so. No, he can go ahead. Yeah. Don't be signed for sure. No, just. I was down her. Okay. Just you got to sign.
No, I forgot. I've been so busy that I haven't.
Oh, okay. Council, you don't have to sign it. Just sign it. Thank you.
Mr. Kim, are we waiting on anyone?
Carl just arrived, so he has two clients. It's the third co-defendant and one we're checking if they want to extradite. So we're very close to the end. It's the last day.
Have you been helped, ma'am? What is your last name? Is it Lubin with an L?
With the N.
And Let's Greg.
Go ahead and sign.
Your Honor, we were working on a resolution on that one. Great.
On that one? Okay.
There you go. Yes, sir.
No. All right, we're gonna teach you everything. See? We're gonna teach you how to do it. We're gonna teach you everything. That's the money. You want to ask? We'll teach you everything. Well, to somebody. Maybe more capable, we can yes.
Hey, Judge, can I approach on a case on Mr. Andres Lamar Mesa? This slipped past me, Judge. I thought it was going to be a simple kind of bond conditions, don't go to JCPenney, but speaking to my client, you ordered a GPS on this guy? Judge, a couple things. He's been in jail for about 106 days since he picked this up. And the case is from 2021. But after talking to him and saying, hey, judge is going to tell me you've been on the lam since 2021. Why haven't you taken care of this case? Supposedly he was in contact with an attorney. And throughout that process, he thought that the case was resolved, that's why he didn't.
So the fact that he's posted 3 different bonds was never an indication that the case is still open? No, I mean, I don't have a translator here to talk to him, and I don't want to, no. The fact remains, his case is nearly 1,300 days old. He's taken off 3 different times. He's getting a leg monitor, so I know where he is.
I don't know if he's taken off. He says that he's been through made different applications for like different things, and that it's never popped up, warrants never popped up for him. And so I forget what he said specifically, but he's made some applications where the warrant would show up on a background check, and it hasn't done so. Maybe
So you can just take off, and just because it doesn't show up on a background check, everything's hunky-dory?
That's the thing. The excuse that he has from the lawyer, he supposedly was going to get taken care of by the lawyer. He can explain that a little better than I can.
I have so much drama in my life, and Alfredo, I don't want any more drama. All I know is that he's taken off multiple times. His case is nearly 1,300 days old. I don't trust him on his word. He's going to get a monitor, and that's it.
Okay.
And then he's got 30 days to take care of this case.
Okay.
He now knows that within the next 30 days, if he's not done, then we'll send for trial.
And so the monitor, it's just to keep him in town?
So we know where he
Just
is
to
at
know?
all time.
But he doesn't have a curfew or anything? It's just to know where he's at? Okay.
Please track him.
I'll explain it to him, Judge. Thank you.
Sure.
My kid's gonna sign extradition.
I'm typing it up right now, Judge.
He's going to wait.
He's gonna wait. What is it supposed to be? Just on you. So I'm getting him to do it right now. I'm sign.
Dotie, DOTY.
Hey, can we go to the list? Any slower, you've been going backwards.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
All right, page 1, R.
500.
Council.
That's a
I just realized.
What?
Okay, top of page one.
What were you gonna say?
I have another case that I'm gonna reset.
Oh, yeah, her?
Yeah, so she's being offered restitution, dismissed, it's a FSGI. And so.
In 70 days, though. So how much is restitution?
500.
Okay.
So I don't, yeah, she said she's good with that, the payment, but they need to do the restitution form. I need to get it to her and all that.
Yeah.
So
How long do you want? How long do you want of a reset to get the $500, man?
What is it?
2 months?
Why you didn't tell me?
Your case is 170 days old, man.
I already know what all that
Can you do it in a month?
Yeah.
Okay, you're out of time after that, though. You must have it done in a month. Your case will be set for trial.
I'll explain it.
He'll explain it to you. Okay.
Thank you.
5,001. Yeah, on ours.
She came in here multiple times looking for.
Yeah.
I mean.
Okay. Next one.
Well, never mind, forget No, I mean,
What about Canales Villatoro? Dude's got bond violations and it's 280 days old. Oh.
Yesterday. My co-coordinator said we addressed that yesterday. That was the PTR that.
Right, okay.
Did you hear what I said? My co-coordinator said we addressed that yesterday. Well, the other one's Greg's case, so I guess we're done.
No other
What
bond.
about Woods? Did you ever sign the financial affidavit? For Woods?
I never got one.
I never got it.
Woods? Is that you? Do you have your financial affidavit? I have one waiting on the financial affidavit.
Yeah, I we're supposed to,
Oh, yes. So you're done with it? Yes. Oh, okay.
it's late now. We'll just, you know,
Not here.
yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get it though. It's on the wheel, so who knows? And I have to now drag someone out when.
I mean, do they mix fugitive and non-fugitive? I don't know.
Yeah, they started to.
Well, I'm here.
It's not my decision.
Well, I gotta go to ERD though, but I'm here.
I would guess. Alan and Brad, because she had the whole thing.
Felicia, do you need to talk to him?
Hey, dude, I'm just waiting on his, get out of
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if Ricky stuff.
Hey, do you have the reset on that gentleman? Felicia?
Yeah, he got bond conditions to sign.
It's with Felicia.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, I work for the research.
Carl, talk to me, man. Come on. Let's go.
Mesa?
I was looking for Kim. I think he disappeared on me.
Talk to me.
Desnick Smith. He's one of the ones that,
Yeah, ones, okay. What's the last name?
Smith, Desnick,
Oh, sorry, that's.
fugitive, out of Louisiana, one of those 4 guys that you already talked about. He's the one that did not have he was a passenger. Not the one with the weapon.
There were 3 passengers.
I talked to his mother.
How old is this kid?
He's awfully young. I can't.
Where did they
Take the
go?
computer, I don't. He looks awfully young.
Desmond Smith, that is 23, Your Honor.
I talked to his mother. His mother's willing to post bond and able to post bond if it's reasonable.
Therein lies the question. What is reasonable? Right.
1,500 would be reasonable.
Then he's coming back in.
I know.
Eligible to take out, first the cost 100.
On Nelson, did they respond?
What's that?
Did they respond on Nelson?
Smith, please, bring up Mr. Smith.
Right now, but it wasn't put on.
Okay, yeah, we're on Smith.
Okay.
Smith's coming out now. What's the other case you're calling about?
Not Nelson, it's the one where bond was denied because of his extensive criminal history, but you wanted us to verify whether they were gonna extradite him or not.
To
Oh,
Florida.
this is the one from yesterday?
From
The gentleman?
yesterday. And
Yeah, yeah,
so to her credit, she did email yesterday, they just haven't responded. I emailed again, half an hour ago, and that was me on the phone with them just now, but they just gave me the direct phone number to the person I need to talk with, and that's when you called. So I need to step out of it.
His family called over there too, and client claims that they told them they were not going to mess with it. But we're still waiting for the official word from, Florida. What's that name, that city? Uluwusa?
I don't know that, I just went by the county.
It's another one of those.
I've been mispronouncing.
Natchitoches.
I've been mispronouncing
I
county.
know, Natchitoches. But one of the Natchitoches, Natchitoches.
Natchitoches.
Morning, Mr. Smith. How's jail?
The worst experience of my life, bro.
Makes me really happy. It's supposed to be, you know? The idea of jails are that you learn. And unfortunately, we have people that just don't get it. No matter how long the sentences are, no matter how cold the bars get, they just don't get it. You're wanted out of Louisiana for this, this car.
So,
Your lawyer's asking for me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I've never met you before. I don't know you. You know, one of the things that I consider is, number one, are you going to go back if we set you a bond? Number two, are you a dangerous person? Because I don't want to set you a bond and then you leave a wake of destruction on your way to Louisiana. I mean, I don't want that. So, Mr. Kim, tell me about Mr. Smith.
Your Honor, this now defendant, along with 3 co-defendants, stole a vehicle out of Louisiana and transferred state lines on the same day and was apprehended in Harris County. He's facing a felony charge there due to the fact that they transferred state lines within 24 hours of stealing the vehicle, which was captured on surveillance video. State would be opposed to a bond as state considers him a flight risk.
Any prior criminal history?
No, Your Honor.
Judge, he is from Natchitoches, Louisiana, which is where the office is from. His family lived there and he was born there. They moved to Manning, Louisiana. I talked to his wife and his girlfriend.
His wife?
No, his mother.
23.
That's what I call his mother and his girlfriend. Okay. I spoke to his mother, Sophia Smith. She lives in Manning, Louisiana. She will post his bond. And I spoke to Sophia Smith and she'll come over and pick him up. That's, and transport him back to Louisiana.
Here's the thing, Mr. Smith, is I need you to understand that we don't play games. If I set you a bond and you make that bond, we give you 2 weeks to go turn yourself in.
I will, sir. I promise.
We don't play games. So if you fail to do it, I'm going to revoke that bond. I'll set it at 0. I'm going to issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I'm going to get you because you can't run forever. And the next time you will not get another one. Do you understand? Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,500. Here's the other thing. Life is short. Life, when you end up with a bunch of convictions, it doesn't become a fun life. What makes life fun is you get knowledge. And when you get knowledge, you buy things because you get money. But you only do that when you go out there, school, learn, get a good job. That's what life is about. I'm not picking up convictions.
So that's another thing. I'm in college right now too, sir. That's why it's kind of crazy. I'm
Really in college?
Yeah, audio arts.
And now with all this, really?
I'm probably good.
Dude, when you hang with boneheads, it doesn't end up well, you know? Get a clue so you don't end up back here. Mr. Smith, I'm going to set your bond at $1,500. Just, Mr. Smith, don't disappoint us, man. Do something with your life. Don't become another statistic.
That's the
All right, so $1,500 and then just do right, man. It's not hard in this life, you know? All right, we got you.
Judge.
So if he can make it, I'll print out the reset for him to sign and I have the waiver withdrawal for you to sign.
Do you need the other one? I'll read that. Don't send him back yet. You got some.
Yeah, so I'm typing up the reset right now, but the waiver withdrawal is there for you to sign.
What's the word, Thunderbird? We done?
What do you want to do with that?
Did you appoint someone or no?
No, I didn't know if you granted it yet, or she just
Oh.
turned it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna grant it.
Okay.
I want to hold Nelson over for tomorrow that I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't want you to rush and just, when you rush, nothing good happens. So
They give you a number if you wanted to follow.
he did, he got a direct number.
So and hopefully this is the issue is this isn't the decision maker, this is the person who's supposed to tell me, and that's the problem, is they have to talk to their DA and.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Very frustrating.
Tomorrow, guys, I have to leave early because I have to go to a funeral. So I'm gonna be out of here like at 10. So I'm gonna come here, we'll do arraignments, and then I'm probably just gonna jet right after that, just so you know. So I don't know if you want to do stuff, we got to get it done early. Because I'm literally, the funeral starts at 11. I don't want to miss it, so.
Carl, I'll probably be here like right at 9.
So just to give you a heads up,
I will.
don't wait till noon. I'm not gonna be tomorrow. Okay.
Actually, what was the amount you said personally?
1,500. Yeah.
Did Anna got it? I just called and there was no answer, so I sent her an email.
I got printed out right now.
So you can just give her a normal reset.
Bright and early morning.
We're done, right?
Okay.
All right, cool.